welcome cousin T-Taw, or welcome Uncle Ron Wills. Dude, that shit, we just sound like fucking family right now.
Hey,
I
we
guess I'm
family. Yeah,
announcing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
RawClusive.
All family.
So let's go ahead and get down to it. I really wanted to go ahead and touch on the body game. Now, T-Taw, you pretty much throw out a whole lot of videos when it comes to like working out and everything. Rom, you have expressed the body game so many goddamn times. It's at the point where the shit's damn near biblical. But it almost seems like no men really wants to get it. So starting with you, Uncle Rom, I really want to know, in your opinion, why is it that when it comes to the body game, men are afraid to compete? It seems like there's more complaining than competing. You want to express your opinion on that.
You know what? They haven't lived it. They haven't lived it, because I remember the first time I really got into it, well, just even a little bit, was the summer of 1988. And just because of the circumstances at the time, I had more time to spend in the gym, nothing else to do, or, well, let's just say I had a lot of time to kill with the particular job I had at the time. It was kind of more freelance. And I started noticing a difference then, and I was shamming. I wasn't even lifting hard, maybe doing some machine weights. And I started noticing a difference and an uptake in the women that were showing interest. And I was like, wow. And even then, I still didn't get into it hard until like the early 90s. And then I had some women who I went out with who friend zoned me, who give me like those church hugs at the end of a date, doing vile things to my body. Like vile things. And I was like, wow, there's something here. Now, this was back in the day. Like right now, I got more of that strongman look, but back then it was more of that fitness model build, because I was running, doing body weight exercises and everything for some other reasons I don't want to get into. And it was just like, wow. And the thing is, you live it. You don't think it until you live it. When you get like total strangers, like be trying to touch you and stuff, or some women like coming up to you in the street handing you their phone number. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. And the thing was, I still had that thing called game. Like I could approach a woman, that was nothing. And like getting a phone number was nothing. I was still getting plenty of dates. I was getting sex, but not from as much as I did when the body got tight. I had to work for it. So I had game. Everything somebody working for now, I had it. When I started getting the body together, boom. And even to this day, because I ain't what I was back then, but just at the bodybuilder I am now, I still get plenty of attention. And this ain't even my peak. I'm older. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. How come y'all can't get the point? That's why I tell guys, hit the gym. If you just change a little bit, like say somebody don't get anything else, if they just change their body just a little bit, they'll see a difference. They will see a difference. But they fight it. They don't want to do the work, because it is work. Instead of you spending a bunch of money going through all this shit, all you have to do is just put a little bit of muscle on, and all of a sudden women will hand you the 90, or they'll make it very easy at the very least. You approach them, they'll stop a second. They're like, oh, wait a minute, let me give them another minute. Let me see what's up, as opposed to they ain't feeling your body, and it's like, I'm going to keep walking. Because as cousin T-Taw pointed out in the Seduction scriptures, they see you from a block away. They already see you. They always checking you out. And indeed, that show on BET Plus, All the Queen's Men, they showing you stuff right there.
I can actually speak from experience, because I was a real hard gamer. So right now, in my 40s, 6 feet, 190 pounds. Way back when, especially when I got into exotic entertainment, I gained up from 150, and that's pretty much as small as any black man go, like 150. Just think, Mayweather has to stay to fight at 150, 147, right? So that's pretty much like the lightest we could get. And then on a bad day when we ain't doing shit, we automatically will plateau to like 160-ish around there. But what I noticed when I really hit the gym real hard, and this is like in my early 30s, Then I hit like the 175-ish area, all
Mhm.
muscle. You're right. That's when, like you said, you tend to be selected. But then there was a point where I really didn't know because really, I was kind of oblivious to it. My game wasn't really there yet, especially in like 29 or 30, whatever. But yeah, I did notice some heads looking, but I was still having that intimidating factor where I was still, afraid to go approach the girl. It's like she's looking, especially in the gym, and I didn't know anything about no gym game, so I'm not gonna holler at anybody's gym. To me, I'm just embarrassed by that shit. But yeah, outdoors. Yes, I did notice there was some looks, but I still couldn't do anything. It was almost like you said, these girls are like they want you to come. Like
Mhm.
they see that you're strong. They see that you pretty
Mhm.
much have the ability to like carry. You can do shit now. You can get physical. So what's
Mhm.
up? And I was just still afraid to approach, so I couldn't do anything. Now that I'm older, as I gotten older, going into the mid 30s, then it's like now I got it. I never even wanted to leave the gym anymore. Then it got to the point where I was just working out for me. I liked the way my clothes fit. I felt good. My brain felt off the hook. I just loved the way I felt. I was just even more confident.
I mean, those are great um, examples of progression and the journey, basically. And what I would add to that is the experience that comes with interacting and engaging and exchanging with a variety of women in different spaces, because every man literally started at zero bodies. All right.
Yeah.
And as we progress in our journey, whether we were athletes coming up, whether we were fat kids that lost weight, whether we were skinny kids that when we went to college got that freshman 40 or whatever, on our path of development, we did well to observe how women reacted to our body evolution, but also how we reacted to their reaction, because that is what really develops who you are, develops your resilience, develops your character, develops your game, basically. How you present who you are at whatever given point in your life, to a woman that you desire to acquire. That's game, basically. Your mouthpiece, your mouthpiece is going to hopefully uh, evolve over time, just like your body evolves over time. And an example that I like to use is there's some women that uh, you can um, just sit down next to and you got her without even having to say a word. Your
Mhm.
outfit is on point, your body is on point to your particular frame, and your presentation in terms of your behavior, how you're holding your structure is on point. You don't have to say anything. She'll make an excuse to say something to you. On the flip side, there's certain women where you have to make the introduction. All the woman needs to know is that he's got enough manhood to uh, get to the places in her where she knows will stimulate her to get off. Women need maybe, and I'm saying maybe, and and I don't apologize to any women who know I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give up the game. Women need maybe 3 minutes to get off. Maybe 3 minutes.
Mm.
If you
Mm.
arouse her in the right
Okay.
way, meaning you're saying the right things, but first of all, obviously it all starts with that first look, meaning that your body's on point, your fit is on point, meaning that you don't have to wear Armani, you don't have to wear Gucci, you don't have to wear Fendi, and none of that shit. You can wear a $2 shirt from a Fruit of the Loom T-shirt, as long as it's hugging you the right
Yeah.
way. It's
Mm.
showing off what your hard work in the gym. You can wear a $2 T-shirt. Basically, the
Yeah.
language of seduction is like I point out in the 7 steps of seduction: stand, enchant. You're enchanting with your approach, with your body, and your scent. Okay, and your opening remark. The opening remark should always be you pointing out something that's personal, nothing general like, oh, I think you're attractive by name. Is no.
T-Taw, everything that you was explaining right now is like things that I was already doing, prior to being married. It was things I was already doing. It was just things that I was naturally doing though. Is there a name that you just have for somebody that just already been doing that shit, but they just never been taught?
Some people call it a Mac. Some people say you got the
Oh,
Mac
okay.
gene.
All right.
But that's,
Yeah.
that's like the Mac is the master of approach, the master of, um, influencing the situation. A player is someone who plays the game with multiple women.
Just some people, there's a percentage of the population, they just got it naturally anyway. About 12% of the population, male population, they just have a combination of personality factors that have it. They got
Yeah.
that it factor. And that's it. And sometimes, they'll grow up and they don't know. And the sad thing is, they'll listen to men who really don't have that level of quote unquote game or that level of interacting with women, and they messed up. Because I get a lot of guys maybe on a consultation or something. They say, Rom, I've been doing this all along, but I thought I was wrong, and you helping me out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. That's the thing to really think about. So that's an important factor. That is an important factor to know. Yeah, you got it, but then you need to recognize it and then develop it more. Because and that's the thing to think about. Oh, and let me say something, because somebody had said something about Jay-Z not being buff or something. Well, you don't have to be, but like I said earlier, I was getting play, just not the same extent. It just makes it easier. It's like, that's all I'm saying. It makes it easier because women have that primal thing. I mean, yes, you can still develop a mouthpiece, and people have that or have just that charisma on that level. But what I'll say to guys is, look, okay, you've been having trouble all along. Start with this. Look at it as a dojo, a system. Start with this, and then you can build up the rest. Like if you're a muscular dude, you shy or something, you muscular. Women will make it easy to talk to you. They'll talk to you walking through the store or something. Now some people some guys just got that gift of gab or something.
Right.
It is what it is. They just have it anyway. They can click without anything. They don't have to step foot in the gym. They just have it. But let's be real, a lot of guys don't have it. If they did, there wouldn't be any issues.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you would be considered a natural, right? And if you were to ask me that question during a coaching session, my first thing would be to ask you your background, where you're from, what type of schooling, what type of spaces do you find yourself in? Are you in corporate America? Are you a blue collar worker? Are you in STEM? Like what is it? What is your lifestyle made up of? And my follow-up question would be, does the caliber of women, or do the caliber of women match your lifestyle? And if you say no, or if you say I don't know, or if you say you can't get women of this caliber, now we have something to focus on, because just like with the various echelons or various levels of dime pieces, I just put out two I think on the YouTube side, but at the highest level of my Patreon, we go all the way up to 5. There are 5 different levels or echelons of dime pieces. So there are different types of men who naturally fit into those categories. Okay, if you want to be a versatile man, if you want to have a more well-rounded or a holistic view of this thing that's called game, and have this exploration of women and yourself in terms of women, then there are other levels of game that you need to learn, or at least be exposed to. And that's what a dating coach, that's what a seduction coach, let me be clear, a good dating coach, a good seduction coach will provide for you.
Uncle Rom, I really wanted you to go ahead and expound on this one. Grooming, and I'm glad that we talked about seduction earlier.